TIFU by thinking my wife was saying Nantucket wrong. So my wife and I have been in Boston for the last year on a work contract. Our work finished and it was close to the time for us to be going back to the Midwest. Our work finished Friday. Our daughter has a doctor's appointment in Boston that she can't miss on Tuesday. Our landlord did not want to prorate us till the end of the month and wanted to charge us more than we cared to spend. My wife decided to book us a place in Nantucket on the beach for the same amount we would have paid anywhere else for the same amount of time. My wife's first language is not English, and when she told me about this place she got for us in Nantucket on the beach, I with confidence said she must be talking about Nantucket, an island that you need to take a ferry to get to. I was so excited to go to Nantucket. For whatever reason we did not look in a map where the address was. Likely because I figured we would look up the address when we got to Nantucket, where the resort obviously was. We had to pack up all of our stuff today and load it in our van. We left Boston and headed for Nantucket. We knew we had to catch a ferry and had missed the noon ferry, so we had to wait for the one at 8 p.m. We had thought about leaving our van on the mainland and just paying for parking, but as we had planned to stay from Sat to Tuesday, we decided to pay to ferry our van across there and back $500. If you can catch the ferry on standby. It seemed pretty steep, but we bit the bullet and finally caught the ferry. On the way over we were talking about how great this weekend was going to be in Nantucket. At some point while we are on the last ferry of the night, my wife pulls up a map with the reservation on it, and we clearly see that our reservation is on the Cape in Nantucket, not on the island. Nantucket, the last ferry of the night, stays on the island. The island we did not have a reservation on. We did manage to get a hotel with 2 rooms last minute for $350. We have a ticket for the ferry back scheduled for the 3rd. We are going to try our luck getting out of here on standby tomorrow afternoon. Sunday. We still have to make it to Nantucket, where we do have a reservation. TLDR, my wife made a reservation in Nantucket and I corrected her, telling her it was Nantucket. Oh goodness. I almost missed an international flight from Paris because I assumed Charles de Gaulle Airport was at Charles de Gaulle Plaza. I am not sure why I would think Paris would have only one thing named after Charles de Gaulle in it. I mean, you did get to visit Nantucket, didn't you? Oh man, you owe your wife the biggest apology. FYI, for when you go looking for Nantucket, it's not on the Cape. Good luck. At least you got to see Nantucket. You were waiting for hours for a ferry and you didn't even get curious enough to check how long it would take to get to the hotel from the ferry terminal? Cold sweat smile. I love it. I mean, funny story. But I'm sorry that happened. I used to live on the Vineyard and worked at a hotel for a bit. People would make reservations and then discover at the last minute that there was no bridge. They would call us as if this was some oversight that was being corrected. When will the bridge be open? Does the hotel have a boat? Good luck making the best of unplanned adventures. Maybe trust your wife and don't correct her next time? Once we went to visit Hopfgarten in Austria. We drove for more than half a day to get there, only to find out from a local police officer that there is another Hopfgarten in Austria that is about 4 hours drive from the one we went to. Happy days back in the 2000s. When the sat-nav systems only covered like 20%. When my wife and I, got married in the Portland, Maine area in 2010, my father was flying in and booked a hotel suite at the Holiday Inn in Portland, Oregon. We're from PA, and my dad had not learned the area code or zip for Maine. The zips start with a 0, and they only need one area code, 207. Oregon's Portland will always come up first in internet searches. He didn't figure it out until they arrived. Thank goodness the flight was to the correct Portland. That's a bizarre way to travel. Truly bizarre. Why would you not verify the address before traveling? Not a foo. Some of the best adventures are the ones that don't go according to plan. Frustrating? Sure. Expensive? Yay. Something you will laugh about later? Absolutely. Enjoy the vacation and don't beat yourself up. For whatever reason, we did not look in a map where the address was. Your wife didn't even know where this place was she booked. Every once in a while someone planning a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Sydney, Australia ends up in Sydney, Nova Scotia, Canada. Do you always treat your wife like this? Automatically assume she doesn't know what she's doing just because English isn't her first language? Are you always such an arrogant ass who's so confidently incorrect you don't even check the reservations because you just automatically assume your wife is wrong? Make the best out of it. It is an opportunity to explore the island. Besides, she is never going to let you forget this. Well, enjoy a day on the island. When you get back to Nantucket, you'll be close to Cohasset and Hingham. Beautiful towns. BTW. Nantucket is about an hour and a half north of the Cape Bridges, but south of Boston. If you need to grab a bite to eat in the area, then hit up French Memories. Breakfast only. Tosca Square Café Locale Salty Days Fish Co. Next time, check the reservation before starting your trip. Yup. That's a bona fide foo. It sounds like you're in a good enough financial place to not be hurt too bad from this. But either way, at least you know now to check the map. Hope you had a good time in Nantucket at least. I sent my son and husband to Bloomington, in for a college tour, and they were real confused when they landed in Bloomington. In my defense, the airport codes are BMG and BMI. You're no Chad. You're no Chad at all.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.